Hi guys. So in terms of the collective energy, not a whole lot has changed since my last collective video. It is surreptitiously, but it's not overtly noticeable. Things are changing. It's just you can't really see it as of yet. It'll be noticeable very soon as we approach the new moon. But I kind of wanted to use today's video to just kind of ask what you guys needed to hear. So I'd like to do things a little bit differently today and just kind of find out what's needed in the collective. I do feel like an underlying sense of anxiety, but it's like a good anxiety, like excited for what's to come, not necessarily like a negative type of anxiety. Okay. Yeah. About being, it's like a balanced anxiety about like what's left to come. All right, so that's perfect. Yes, and yes. So let's see. What does the collective need to hear today? Jeez, okay. Wow. All right. This is interesting. So at the heart of the reading is card number 34, Door to Personal Healing and Happiness. A lot of the collective is going through this right now, and I get the sense that it's like excited about what to come. That's where the underlying anxiety is stemming from. Is like walking through that door, right? And it's like if you look beyond that door that's open, it's like walking through that, right? So healing whatever is preventing you from walking through that door. It is like an exciting time, but that's what I feel like the underlying anxiety is really about. Okay. In the recent past, we have envy and man holding a coin. Obviously envy, but this could have to do with finances, about cleansing, these feelings of not being worthy enough. It could be in terms of finances or stability, or in terms of a relationship. And then in the upcoming energy, we have hostilities and the world. So the world is all about closing out cycles. And when you do that, you guys, you may get some of this from the people around you. Okay, or you may feel irritable yourself. There will be some pushback with the changes that are coming. And the overall energy that I'm seeing here is deceit. All right, so we started with envy, and the overall energy is deceit. So you guys may be dealing with some of that, and that may be where this is coming from. But this is what you're focusing on right now, right? And I get this sense like it doesn't. I get the sense like it bothered you, but all you're focusing on is closing out those cycles to start the new cycles. And you're dealing with that, but you also know that's what's going to bring you stability and help you to walk through this door. The other two cards that wanted to come out were the second chakra and happy family. So the second chakra is the sacral chakra. This has to do with creativity and self-care, and this is what you're focusing on for that stability, right? With the people that you are closest to, and cutting out anything that was based in this. And yeah, we have the anxiety card under here again. So anyone that you may have either gotten this sense from around you, you're like cutting through that. Okay, you're closing out those cycles with those individuals to start cycles based more in this, which is at the heart of the reading. Creativity, self-care, happiness, and healing, personal healing, true happiness. Okay. So yeah, it's tough to close out these cycles, and a lot of you may have felt deceived by the synchronicities that you were getting. I want to remind you that synchronicities can be manifested by other individuals' reality as well. And so be cautious with everything that you hear, right? Or see, filter everything, including from me, guys. That's real, okay? Filter everything, even your synchronicities, because there could be someone else manifesting those in that you can pick up on. All right, but also if, people have free will, right? So even if they're being guided and they don't follow that guidance, things can change. Nothing's set in stone, right? So some of you may feel this from the multiverse itself. And so I just want to remind you that it is for this, you guys. All right. And so it's good to be adaptable in regard to your manifestations, and trust. Trust is huge right now. Trust is huge. Okay. So keep working on healing, creativity, self-care, and true happiness. This is the advice today. This is like, these two really wanted to come out. Normally, you guys know I pull 5, 7 came out, and these two are right under this one. So keep doing that, okay? Yeah, there's a message here about being jealous of someone who's financially stable. All right. But it could also have to do with a masculine earth sign. But yeah, just true happiness doesn't come from another person or from money, as we know. That's not true abundance, right? This has to do with abundance. Okay, let me clarify with some tarot here. Queen of Coins. Yeah, there's a lot of defensiveness. Yeah, this is totally about endings. Okay. So under envy, we got Queen of Coins, right? And then this may have to do with a divine connection, because we got the Queen of Coins and man holding a coin. So clarifying this, I feel like there's a feminine energy that's a little jealous. Okay, so, and right under that we have the Page of Swords, which is like my spy card. So we may have someone who's watching someone else move on or gain success financially, or just move on in terms of stability. This doesn't always have to do with money, guys. That is one of the messages I'm getting from it, but more about stability. There was someone here in the past who wasn't stable. I feel like it was a feminine energy, who's been a little bit jealous of a masculine moving on, healing. Okay. Like working on their finances, just working on personal growth, but there is some spying happening in that connection, and a lot of defensiveness and fighting, and that definitely has to do with this envy too. Okay, but also the Nine of Wands isn't always negative. It can be about planning and strategizing too. So there may have been, this separation in this connection, and someone's watching and learning and observing how they can become more stable, and release, those, like, heal that sacral chakra. And there may be like a masculine energy that's kind of leading the way in that regard. That's a secondary message I'm getting. The first one is more like the feminine energy is a little bit envious of masculine energy moving on down their healing path. Just being more successful, not only with that, but also financially and stability as well. Okay, and then here we have the Ten of Swords, which is under hostilities. Yeah, so there was a painful ending for sure about this cycle ending. And again, fighting is represented here as well. This may have had to do with some type of situation with kids, because that is represented here. With the sacral chakra here, it may have been like a connection based in physical intimacy only. That is another message that I'm getting. But as this is being healed, this person has realized what this connection was for, and they're ending that cycle for a brand new passionate beginning. That's the Ace of Wands. But there's a lot of pushback from ending this cycle. It may have had to do with like a home situation, but it was based more in like lust. But I feel like yeah, there's a lot of confusion about this situation. The Seven of Cups can be about dreaming big, which it is under the World and the Ace of Wands. So closing out cycles, starting new cycles based in, in passion in other ways, not just romantically. Dream big, because the energy that you emit is what will be reciprocated to you, right? But also how I'm taking this is there's a lot of confusion about kind of what's up and what's down right now. So after this painful ending, just kind of trying to sort out where to go from here. Alcohol may have also been an issue. But yeah, this has to do with, so the overall energy at the bottom of this deck is about Six of Cups, which is about reconciliation. And there was some deceit surrounding this. There was some deceit surrounding that. Let me get some more information. It may have also had to do with children, deceit, and Six of Cups can be about childhood memories. There may have been some deceit around the children that are represented in this reading. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Interesting. All right, so at the heart of the reading, we have Divine Masculine, right? And as I was talking about deceit happening in regard to children, this card popped out of the deck when I was shuffling. Entrapment, pregnancy, money, heartstrings. All right, that's what this was about. This envy, observing, and defensiveness, and planning and strategizing. There was some entrapment with this connection in the past. Again, kids are represented here. At the heart of the reading is Divine Masculine. So this does have to do with a divine counterpart journey. However, the person in the past is not the sense that I'm getting. But the overall energy at the bottom of the deck is Twin Flame, the one mirrored souls pledged. And that's under Six of Cups. This is so that you can be reunited with your true divine counterpart. I don't like the term twin flames, but it's on this card. But yeah, this is so that you can be reunited with your true divine counterpart. You felt deceived. That was totally the sense I was getting before the Six of Cups or divine counterpart came out. You felt deceived by the multiverse. You thought this person in the recent past was, but it was based in lust. Okay, it was based in lust, and there was a lot of fighting. A lot of fighting, hostility, defensiveness, issues about money, issues about kids. The masculine energy is being healed. That's directly under door to personal healing and happiness. All right. So yeah, the sacral chakra is what's being healed with the masculine at this time. And it's about, you know, self-care, finding your true passions again, about what makes you truly happy, and that's what'll branch out into the relationships close to you, particularly with kids. But yeah, that was a painful ending. That was a painful ending. There's just a lot of confusion surrounding this situation. I feel like it's the sense that I get when I'm holding this card is like overwhelmed. Not necessarily, confusion isn't the best word to use. It feels like overwhelming. Like this was a lot to deal with, and then coming up, it's like, yeah, done, completion, lesson learned. That was a karmic lesson. That's what's being closed out, to have a passionate new start with your actual divine counterpart. Okay. You're still healing this. This is what the anxiety was about closing out that karmic lesson, right? And you felt deceived by the multiverse, but again, that was like reflected in when I cut the deck too, the yin yang. This is about getting back into harmony with self, and that's when it'll branch out into your relationships. Yeah, under that indecision, which way to go. I don't feel like it's necessarily confusion per se. There's a sense of being overwhelmed, and it's right under this card, the painful ending. So yeah, it's like closing out those cycles, the world. Let's see if we can get some advice here. Vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. This is about everything that you've been through in regard to these lessons, these karmic lessons. There's always something to be learned from them. Nothing is wasted. No experience is wasted. And flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. Yeah, that's totally the sense I was getting, was like, whoever this was in the past, that cycle is being closed out, and a new one for your divine counterpart journey is what is starting. And how I'm also taking the Ace of Wands, under the world and above, done, lessons learned. Sometimes this can mean sex. All right, so like you're like, yeah, I learned that relationship that's what that was based on. That's the sense I'm getting. And you're kind of in this in between, like what makes you truly happy, connection, passion, not just that, but also like personal healing and happiness, intellectually, physically, and spiritually having a connection with someone instead of just physically. That's the lesson. Lizard spirit, dream the world into being. So that's backing up the 7 of Cups card. There's a couple messages from it again, you know, feeling overwhelmed, but also dreaming big in regard to your passionate new start and starting the next chapter of your life. That's what this is, lizard spirit, dream the world into being, right? What you manifest. And then eagle spirit, spirit has your back. This was divine intervention. This was divine intervention, this lesson. Okay, and then buffalo spirit, the abundant universe will provide. Yeah, definitely. And this is over happy family, okay? And under door to personal healing and happiness. You already have all the resources around you. There's like a lot of like manifestation energy from this reading. So the abundant universe will reciprocate what you put out, and you will be rewarded for closing out this karmic cycle, although the divine was definitely at play here in regard to this painful ending. And yeah, having connections, not just based on the Ace of Wands, if you get what I'm saying, but also about passionate, you starting the next chapter. Okay, wow, that was intense. So I'm gonna do another one. Let's see what else other people need to hear. That was kind of a long one. I didn't expect that. All right. What other messages for the collective today? The yin and yang anxiety came out again. I had a feeling that was kind of like the overall underlying anxiety, but door to romance, the heart, door to personal healing and happiness. So there's a lot of, wow. Okay, so overall energy was blossoming abundance. Yeah, so you're starting to reap the rewards of your manifestation. In the recent past, yin yang and anxiety. So again, you may be on a divine counterpart journey. However, this could also just represent being in your divine truth, mind, body, soul, being in perfect harmony internally. And how I'm taking this is like being excited about what's coming up, because you know this is coming. And that is right before this. Door to personal healing and happiness, door to romance. All these doors are opening up for you because you've done the work. You've done the work. You've achieved this internally, and now you're kind of like, when I'm holding this card, I don't get like a worried type of anxiety. It's more like an excited type. Like, you know this is coming. You know that the multiverse is going to reciprocate to you, because you've achieved this balance. You achieved this balance, right? This is also about healing the masculine and feminine energies internally, and we all embody both, you guys, right? So you've done a lot of healing in the recent past. And yeah, strategy and healer of the ages. So yeah, what's interesting about this strategy card is there's a journal here, there's a feather, there's a compass, there's a key. This is super you've been manifesting this, and it's like right up ahead. It's like already starting to show. The door's opening a little bit, and then look at this, wide open right there. This is now, right? And then in the energy that's coming up in your life soon, it's this. The doors are open even more. There is no cage. You know your abundance is coming, blossoming. You know. And you're excited about this, is the sense I'm getting from this card. But you've been manifesting this. You've been healing, right? And by doing that, in turn, you're helping to heal others. So great job about that. A lot of people may view you as this way, like being very balanced, not only with your masculine and feminine energies, but also with your healing and how you, like, what you emanate into the world, right? Like either by what you write, or how compass is like the direction that you're taking people, that you're like a leader, is the sense. You're a leader. And yeah, the multiverse is definitely reciprocating soon. Let me get some tarot here. Yeah. You've left. The Six of Swords is about leaving turbulent waters to head towards more peaceful waters. You're done with that. You're like, I'm moving forward. That's totally the energy that I'm getting from this reading. And Ace of Coins, this is about a solid new start, a solid new beginning. You may be finding coins, because I've noticed that I don't know, that message just came to me. Plus there's some on here. Coins are represented a lot in this reading. You may be finding coins as a sign that you're on the right path. Yeah, movement on manifestations. That's literally the message that just came out. 2 major arcana. So there's 78 cards in the tarot deck, guys. 22 are major arcana, okay? They're like symbolic cards, not part of a suit, like the ace through the king. They're symbolic cards with heavy meanings all on their own. You got the Chariot and the Magician, so you may be a Cancer. But this also represents alchemizing our shadow side and our light side, for forward movement, and you've been manifesting this. It's here. It's like, it's right around the corner. If you haven't started noticing already, you can feel it. That's the sense that I get. But yeah, this card had manifestation written all over it, and the Magician popped out. He's a master manifester. So yeah. King of Coins. Two of Coins. Again with the coins. So the King of Coins is under door to personal healing and happiness. This may have to do with your income or like some type of business, but also just being stable and grounded and generous. In doing so, you've been able to not only heal yourself, because it came out right next to this, but also have been a leader for those around you to kind of take suit, or to follow suit. So that's totally the sense that I was getting from this, and they're confirming yes with the King of Coins. But again, with the coins may be very symbolic for you, also because we have the Two of Coins, which is a coin toss, and Angel of Balance. So I feel like you learned a lesson about polarity consciousness recently, that both sides of the coin are the same side, and that's where the true balance lies, right? How many times is that reflected in this reading? You found your balance. You found it. And Seven of Cups, this is about dreaming big. Dreaming big. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you're seeing the signs. Searching. This is in the recent past. Looking for info, records. Let me see. Grip. Cleansing. Plug. Let me get one more. Interesting. All right, so yeah, in the recent past, you may have been searching for this balance. My sense is by the end of the reading, like, you totally found it. You totally found it. That blindfold is off. And things are going forward. I don't get a sense of anxiety when I'm holding this card. I actually feel like it's like this. Like, you may have felt like this in the past, chained down by something, but you were able to move past it. Like, once you found your balance, like, that was it. This is the sense that I'm getting from this card right now, in reversed. Yeah, because you're plugged in. You're plugged in. You like developed your strategy, and we're healing your heart space, and that was it. Because connected, tuned in, internet connected. It's like you got reconnected to self. You were working on this a lot, using all your resources, and it finally just clicked. And that's when the doors opened wider, and there's no caged heart in this one. Cleansing. This is under healing. Meditation, clearing space, removing negativity, totally. And by doing this, you're being a leader for others to do the same. So great job with that. This is what you cleansed, because that's what this card came after. Cleansing, meditation, clearing space, removing negativity, and then poison, toxic, unhealthy behaviors or people. This is what you've been working on cleansing. Great job. And then denial. Not facing truth, irrational, and reasoning. So there may be some people around you that you had to cleanse your space from. Okay, but then also how I'm taking this is like the blindfolds off, because we started here, right? And then we ended with this, but this is the energy that I'm getting from right now. Let me get some spirit animal for recommendations. Electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. Yeah, look at all that blue. That's a lot of throat chakra healing, which I feel like once you got in sync with yourself and plugged in, like connected to self, it was really easy for you to start doing this. Not only in terms of what you were communicating to self, so that you weren't like, putting the blinders on and kind of living in that like state of self-denial, but also healing the throat chakra, because right under this verge about to reveal, confess. And that's the T, right? So there may have been some things that you needed to communicate to people around you in order to clear out this energy. And I feel like that you did that. Like there was something that just like clicked inside of you that you were able to do that. And yeah, now it's like that feeling of electric. Like that's the sense that I was getting when I was holding this card, like more excited about what's to come. They're confirming yes. It's not like that anxious feeling anymore. And then porcupine spirit, time for beginner mind. Yeah, so don't bring the baggage from the past, right? If you are, about to head forward in regard to like your love life or just other people around you, you cleared a lot of negativity, but that stuff runs deep, you guys. So try not to be defensive or like guarded. Okay, time for beginner mind. Ow. Armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's about having healthy boundaries so that this doesn't happen again. These relationships that aren't very healthy, okay? Beaver spirit, lay a solid foundation. Yeah. Card number 6. And then this is like in the recent past, and we just had that full moon in Gemini, which is the 6th card in tarot represented by the Lovers. So this does have to do with like your romantic relationships in particular. And you've done a lot of that healing and are laying like a solid foundation for the future. Working on it. A lot of work is reflected here. So great job. Whale spirit, trust the great mystery. Yeah. We're not supposed to know everything, right? That's part of the journey. That's part of the fun. It's like every day is like unwrapping a present, right? But also I feel like you healed like emotionally on like a really deep level in a massive way, because whales are very powerful, right? And they go deep in the ocean. You did some really deep healing. And then 6 and 5, 11, which is about balance. It's the Justice card in tarot, the 11th card. So you found that balance once you healed those deep wounds. That's very powerful. Starfish spirit, open to infinite possibility. Yeah, time for beginner mind, right? Not being defensive, being open to receive what you manifest. How many people have you seen actually when they've done the work and they're manifesting in their life, and then they're not able to receive it because of their self-worth, right? You guys have seen that too, right? This is about being open to what you're manifesting, but also about being adaptable in regard to what you're manifesting. It may not come in the way that you were hoping for, but it's still coming. You just have to be open. And this is card number 5-9. So that's 14. So that's the Temperance card in tarot, which is about that divine alchemy. It's also about divine timing. Okay. Dog spirit, be loyal to what you love. Yeah, I freaking love this card. Card number 19, which is the Sun card in tarot. And it's like all the good vibes, happiness, joy, success. You know this is coming. You know. You've been loyal to your path, to your journey, and now you're just like, yep, I'm ready. Right? Just try not to bring some of that unhealthy stuff from the past in, and you'll be just fine. All right, let me do one more. That was interesting. It kind of started out similar to the last one, but was a completely different reading. It's interesting. Do one more. What else does the collective need to know today? All right, all tied up. And first chakra, that's the root chakra. Yeah, so I feel like this individual is, their journey's been delayed a little bit because there's still some healing that needs to do. They're being held back because there's still some healing that needs to be done in regard to the root chakra, which is about feeling safe and secure. Yeah, see, they're being held back at this time. Garden in the gate at the heart of the reading. They've been manifesting abundance, this person has, in the recent past, but there's a block. There's a block. Okay. It may have to do with finances or just a sense of stability overall, but this will be a victorious situation. You will be able to remove the block. This, I actually do feel anxiety, true anxiety. Not just like about being excited about what's to come, but actually like you may be, I mean, the sense that I'm getting is you're worried about finances. This is what's holding you back. This is consuming a lot of your mental energy, and you haven't been able to focus as much on this, manifesting your abundance, your true abundance. We still need money to live, right? I'm not saying you're like a financially, greedy person or anything, but it's acting as a block for you at this time. But the good news is you will be victorious in this situation. Let's clarify with some tarot. Yeah, because even in the anxiety card, which there's a lot of red represented here, and that has to do again with the root chakra. And so it's about feeling safe and secure. I feel like you're not feeling financially secure, and it's like kind of messing with your spiritual path a little bit. But right under that, we have blossoming abundance, angel of strength, and journey. Yeah. So you will be victorious in this regard. Just, keep working on that inner strength and try to continue down your path, along your spiritual path as much as possible while dealing with these financial issues. You may be a Leo or an earth sign. But also card number 18 in tarot is the moon card, which has to do about fear. Yeah, so that's like, yeah, fear and anxiety. Like you're fearful about your financial situation. It's just you feel like you can't go down your path at this time because of this block. All right. Also, I'm seeing this victory card. There may be a little bit of ego involved with this. In regard to your finances. So be cautious with that. Just do like an ego check, okay? And make sure that what you're pursuing isn't out of ego or fear-based thoughts, but actually what makes you truly happy. You were working on this in the past, but there was some kind of block about having to do with feeling safe and secure financially. Make sure it's not just going overboard. That is a little bit of a cautionary message here. Mostly I'm seeing this as a victorious outcome, and you'll be able to get over this block in due time. Because when you pursue your destined life path instead of your fated life path, abundance comes to you naturally. And that's what I see you learning in the near future. But also in the recent past, we had Queen of Swords and Three of Cups. Interesting. So you may have been dealing with a feminine air sign, or you may be a feminine air sign. There's a couple ways I'm seeing that message. Do you see this picture of her behind the ice? This is the card that it's clarifying, the cornucopia. In the recent past, we did have Thanksgiving. There may have been an event that actually happened on Thanksgiving that had to do with a feminine air sign, where there was like a lot of iciness, and you realized something, or you got cut, like if you're the feminine, like cut someone off, or you may have been cut off, or like if someone was being very like cut and dry with their words, very like icy and sharp, someone that you were trying to manifest abundance with, and actually like you thought they were part of your soul family. There may have been some words recently that weren't so nice. They're pretty icy. See how she's really guarded by this like block of ice thingy? You were trying to manifest abundance with this person. They may have had to do something with Thanksgiving. That's also another message that I'm getting. And yeah, card number 11. So it may have been a Libra. The Nine of Swords is at the heart of the reading. This has to do with sleepless nights, nightmares, being all up in your head in regard to being shut out. This had to do with your sense of feeling safe and secure, but also financially. There was definitely something that had to do with finances in regard to this. You're like really worried about this. There's a huge block, but also something that happened in regard to a feminine air sign at some type of celebration. But also you could have seen them in your soul family, and it didn't work out that way. It didn't work out that way. Man holding a coin in the world. Yeah, so this is about closing out cycles, about doing things just for money. The recommendation is to do things that, like your life purpose, right? It may be that you're trying to start a new cycle to pursue your life purpose, and had to cut out some things that some people weren't necessarily happy about. Okay, but also I feel like you're trying to start a new cycle by doing your life purpose, but you're having financial difficulties doing this. Additionally, you may have had to end a cycle with a masculine air sign. I see it more as like starting to do something that actually brings you true joy. There's just right now you're in this energy of there's a block, but in the upcoming energy, victory and nine of coins, Nine of Pentacles, this is your highest self energy. This is your highest self energy. And you'll get there, right? You just had like this event that really like shook you up. There was like a lot of iciness. Someone got cut off. There's an issue with finances. That's going to come to a close. Okay, that will be dealt with. Things will stabilize. And then coming up, yeah, just getting back in your highest self energy. You'll be victorious in this way. To just ego check yourself and continue to follow your true life purpose. And that's when the multiverse will reciprocate that, right? Abundance will come to you naturally when you follow your destined life path. I feel like you thought you were before, but you weren't. That's also the sense I'm getting. Like you thought you were, you like, yeah, I have my soul family, I'm manifesting, I have my abundance, and then like an unexpected event came quickly and just like kind of really shook you up. That's the sense I'm getting. And you're kind of in this like transition stage, but things are looking good in the upcoming energy in your life. I want to reassure you of that. Okay, so let's see. So Emperor, this one got stuck on the table. You may be in Aries, or this may have had to do with a father figure, but this is also about having healthy boundaries, but this is also about relinquishing control, right? Because when you see here the man holding the coin, he's like trying to hang on, and underneath that is the world. Close out that cycle of always trying to be in control. Always trying to be in control. This is about a surrender to your destined life path, right? Yeah, the Fountain. That's when things are gonna take off for you, and you'll have this victory and Nine of Coins energy back. You'll be back in that. like you're scared to follow your life purpose. There's a lot of fear surrounding that too. 6 of Coins, this is about equal give and take. This is the lesson. This is the lesson. This is the sense of stability, and also with multiverse, it's an equal give and take, right? Yeah, the Queen of Swords may have been a mother figure. That's what this card popped out to, but this also has to do with unconditional love. Interesting. Queen of Swords. So yeah, feminine energy, air sign, but then also a feminine, like someone you view as like nurturing, caring, has their stuff together. It just could also be like a mother figure. And this is under cornucopia. This has to do with abundance, and Empress has to do with unconditional love. There may have been some... There may have been some, like, you... let me finish before I go into that message. Okay. Yeah, all right. So yeah, things are stagnant right now. Hangman. Things are stagnant, but this is also about a perspective shift. This is a surrender. That's excellent. See where the light's coming from on his head? You're trying to listen to the messages from the multiverse. You're trying to follow your destined life path. You're a little confused right now, like you don't know which way to go. Interesting. There's a lot of major arcana that came out for this reading too. Yeah, so back to this Queen of Swords and the Empress and the cornucopia. Again, there may have been something that happened on Thanksgiving with a mother figure, and like someone being cut off. But also how I'm taking this is there may be someone that you were manifesting into your life. But it's like you're blocking this from happening. You're blocking this from happening. You're worried about it. You're looking at all the things. You're looking at every detail. This is clarifying this at the heart of the reading. You're looking at every detail, but you kind of don't know what weighs up and what weighs down right now, as confirmed by the Hangman and the Seven of Cups. I get this more as confusion at the moment. Yeah, you're worried about following your destined life path. The Star card came out to clarify victory and Nine of Coins. So yeah, the age of Aquarius is coming up on December 21st, but also in Aquarius season, that's when you may notice this like this victory and being like kind of, it's like a comeback. It's like a comeback. That's how I'm seeing this. There was just something that like totally messed you up recently, and you're just kind of like evaluating everything right now. But you're healing from this. But you also may be in Aquarius. All right, let's get some advice. Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. Yeah, Dear Spirit. This is the like at the heart of the reading, and it's Nine of Swords, sleepless nights, worries, like bad dreams. And then we have that overall energy of anxiety here. It's almost like that worrying is like what's your block, that feeling safe and secure. Like there was definitely something that happened in the recent past. But yeah, the divine is reminding you, bring a gentle touch with yourself. And yeah, that will help get you through some of these energies while you're like reevaluating everything, and answers will come. Wasp Spirit, sometimes life stings. That was in the recent past, yeah. So I feel like there was like an incident that you had with like a mother figure, or something to do with like some type of abundance that you were manifesting with your soul family. Wasp Spirit, sometimes life stings, yeah, in the recent past. You're healing from that. Vulture Spirit, at the heart of the reading, nothing is wasted. This was divine intervention, okay? This was divine intervention for a lesson. And then Brown Bear Spirit, take time out. And yeah, that's under Man holding a coin, the world, and Seven of Cups. So you're doing exactly what you need to be doing at this time. Taking time out, reevaluating everything, looking at everything, healing. And Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between. That's exactly where you are right now. That's what I was saying, right? You're in this in-between where like something just happened that was very painful and you're like healing from this. You realize that it was divine intervention and you're like trying to follow your destined life path. You're just like very nervous about it. But it's like all good things in the upcoming future. You're just like in this in-between stage healing. But in the season of Aquarius, you're like, things look amazing. So yeah, just embrace the in-between. You're doing all the right things from what I can tell from this reading. Okay, you guys, I hope that helped you. I'm gonna do a reading for the new moon, and then I'm gonna do the general zodiac readings for January before the 21st, which is a little bit early, but I'm gonna take the last 12 days of December off completely just so that I can go through like this collective upgrade as well and focus on self-care during that time. I was guided to do so. So I won't be doing readings, but I'll get the January scopes out, the zodiac scopes out before then, okay? All right, guys, I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.